Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we are going to finish up this little journal today. It's almost finished, but I need to go ahead and finish it because I need it to go in the mail tomorrow. And let's see, I think with this one going out, I might have one more to finish up, the purple one, and then I'll be caught up. And I can start on some fall journals. Oh, me. But I thought I'd just take you along with me because I was going to be working on this. And I know sometimes you guys just like to watch me. And that is fine with me. I'll just take you right along. I'd rather, when I'm crafting, I'd rather be talking to you guys anyways, sitting here by myself, talking to myself. Which, that's really what I'm doing, right? Talking to myself. Right, I think I want to put, I don't know if I want to put a label on that or not though, because it's got a lot of writing on it. I think I'm going to leave it. I'll send some labels and things along with the journal. And if the person who's getting it wants to put labels in there, they can. I'll flip it back over here. I've got that in there. Like that. I think I want to put a little pocket right here of some kind. Just a small little one. That might work. That's a little scrap. I'll fold that top down. Maybe I folded it even. So what have you guys been up to? Did you have a good Labor Day? This is the first year, for as long as I know, that we didn't really do anything. Everybody was tired from, the kids traveled over the weekend and they were all tired, and Presley had to work, and so we just didn't even do anything. We normally do. We normally let that be kind of our last hurrah of the summer, but we didn't this year. Everybody just has so many different obligations. So I spent it alone. I watched a couple of movies and I worked a little bit and just didn't do a lot of anything. There we go. A little pocket there that we can put something in, and I'll probably have to make a little, yeah, I'll probably have to make something to go in there because I don't know if I have anything that's narrow enough or not. It would be nice if I could put one of these in there, but I don't know. This one might go. Oh yeah, that one will go. There we go. And those we made on the video Monday? No, Friday? Friday, I think. Yeah. And then I think I do want a little label right here, so let me grab one. Just a little something, not anything major, because it does have a lot of writing on there. I think I might just put this one. There we go. So that will be good. Now that little bow, of course, they'll take this out when they start to do the journal and the journal pages and all that, but that little bow is gonna prevent you from writing on this page, so just take that out when you start to write. That's all you have to do, and you got a nice writing board right there. So, and we need to make some little pieces to go in here. I wanted to kind of get my pockets made first, and then we could come back and see what labels and things that we might need. Not labels. Well, I'm looking at labels, thinking about labels. See what tags we might need. And I'm not going to fill it completely full because I want the person who gets it to be able to put their own twist on it and do what they want to do with it. That's why I'm sending lots of extra pieces with it. So I'm going to start doing that because I know I only had one person that has ever said anything about getting one and it having a lot of things in it. She said, oh, I wanted to do some decorating in it, but you've got everything decorated so nice. There's nothing for me to do. So I want to start leaving them a little bit less decorated and let the person who gets it be able to do some decorating on it. And that's why I'm going to send lots of extra pieces and things with it. I'm just making the front of this pocket a little bit deeper so that you can put things in there and get things out of it. And I just cut it like that. This is just a little envelope I had in my stash, and it'll make a really good pocket to go right there. And then you could also leave that open behind it if you want to. I might, just to, you know, they can tuck something in there if they want. It'll have to be a little skinny something, but they can. And anytime I have a white page like this, a piece that has a white backing on it, I like to put a little something extra on there. And it, to me, it just makes it look a little bit more finished. All of these flowers are too big. I'll have to grab my other ones, I think. I wanted to put just a big flower there on that and not do anything else on it, but I don't have the right color. So I have to do my flower later, I guess. Let's see what's right here. That's not it either. I just got a few little pieces right here on my desk that I was looking through. We could put this pretty hummingbird up here at the top. That would go, wouldn't it? And then I can find a flower to go on that. Some of these, the backing is so hard to get off of. This one's not, but I got hold of one the other day that I thought I was never going to get the backing off of it. I started just to glue it down like it was. Okay. Yeah, we'll just wait on decorating that until I can find the right flower for it. And then I like on this type page where it's kind of plain, even though there's lots of writing room, I like to put some little something on there just so that it gives it an extra space for a pocket or for whatever they might want. So I'm thinking I might put that on there. Just another little pocket, and it's just a scrap. All in the world it is, and I'm going to cut it off a little bit because it's going to have to be a little bit more narrow. That will work right there. And I don't want to get too close to the bottom of this paper because I like that. This is that handmade paper, and I like that frayed look at the bottom. And I like to fold the top over if I can, because it just makes it a little bit more sturdy for when you putting tags and things in and out of it. Thank you guys for all the purchases that you made for over our holiday weekend for the Labor Day sales. I appreciate it. I had quite a few sales on Etsy and quite a few sales on our website, and we appreciate that so much. That keeps us in business. I got kind of tickled because I was sitting in there and my phone would ding and it would be an order on the website, and then it would ding and it'd be an order on Etsy. So I was so tickled. I was like, oh, they're making my day. And I kept trying to add more and more and more so that everybody would have things to buy. Let's see. I wanted to put something up here, but I may have to wait. I don't really see anything right this minute, so I'll wait on that. We've got to make a tag for that anyway, so. But I do appreciate it. We all do. That keeps us in grocery money. And keeps the bill collectors from getting a hold of us. Okay, let's do this. Let's make a tall pocket with that. That's so pretty. And I'm going to trim it off about right there. So let's see if I can get to my trimmer here. And right now I'm just trying to use all the scraps that I can. I like to use those first, and then if I run out of scraps, then I can go on into different papers and things, but I like to use the scraps if I can. Now this one I don't want to fold down because I don't want to lose my butterfly, so I am going to leave it. I think it'll be okay anyway. Yeah, that's going to make a nice tall one. That's good. So did it rain at your house? We had quite a bit of rain yesterday afternoon and then early this morning. And we needed it bad because it had gotten so dry that our grass is already looking like the dead of winter. And I'm hoping that that's going to keep the ants out of my kitchen. I'm telling you, I have been fighting ants for days. If anybody's got any suggestions as to how to keep ants away, let me know. I don't like to spray chemicals in my kitchen, but if something doesn't happen, I may have to. But I am not fond of spraying chemicals in my kitchen where I prepare food. So if you've got any other suggestions, you please let me know. I would love to know. I'll try anything other than strong chemicals. I mean, I have the strong chemicals that we use outside, but I don't like to use them inside. Especially when I've got my little granddaughters over here and my grandpuppies and all that. I don't like to use chemicals around them. Let's see. We've got a bird up there, so trying to find some little something else to put down here. We could put another bird, but I don't think that looks right. I'm sure I'll find something, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking right now. If I don't find it in just a second or two, I'll go on and I'll come back to that. Got plenty of labels that I can draw from. Okay, got that old page. And then I think right here we'll put something, and I may put, that's a good writing page. That's just some old vintage notebook paper. That is actually from a notebook that one of my kids used in high school. That's many, many years ago. And it still had some good pages in it, so I just kept the pages that they had, you know, written on and things, and then I tore those out and I use them in journals. Let's see. I think I want to put a little side tuck, but I don't think I want to use that. I'm just looking through my scraps right here. See what I come up with. No, not that one. I may have to cut one. And then I thought we would put the lace and things on this, so if you want to hang around for that, we may put our lace and all of that on here and just have it ready to go out the door tomorrow. The glue should be dry tomorrow, and so hopefully nothing will stick together. So I'll get that out the door. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm just going to cut, let's see. Now in these you have to play the game a little bit different. Everything has to go in from this side because you don't really have a lot of room over here. But I think with this one, I'll have enough room to put just a tag, a small tag down in there. So I think I'm going to have it on this side. No, I'm not. I'm going to have it on this side. And there's two reasons. One, it's easier to get something in and out. And two, I don't want to lose all of that right there at the top. So you can really put those on either side. On tall journals like this, it's a little bit easier. Oh, excuse me, I cut that out because I just had a big sneezing fit. It's a little bit easier to go in this way on tall journals, so I'm going to put it a little bit further over that way. And then I'm just going to glue the bottom. Every time I get on here, I start sneezing. I must be allergic to my camera. I'm going to put it a little bit over this way. Not too far because I don't want to get into my spine, but just a little ways. And then a nice tag can be tucked down in there without it sticking out. So that will work. As a matter of fact, I might decorate one of those and put it there. I'm just going to put it in there for now. Yeah, it seems like I start sneezing out here every time I get on here with you guys. Let's see. I know what I want to put here, but I'm just got to find the right paper. And let's see. Would this work? That'll work right there. I want to put a belly band, this top belly band right here. So I'm going to trim both ends off just a little bit. It is so nice here today. It's not hot. It's not humid. Even though it has been raining, it's not humid at all. It's a very cool rain. And I was very thankful for it because the pool was getting real low and I didn't really want to put a lot of water in it again because we're getting to the point where we're probably going to cover it up for the winter. And so I was thankful that the Lord filled it up for me. I didn't have to. That water's expensive around here. I don't know where you live, if it is or not, but good grief. They charge an arm and a leg for water around here. Yeah, we'll put that right there. And I'm not going to measure to be exact if I've got it in the center or not. I'm just going to pretend that I did measure, and that'll be good enough right there. Okay, then we can slide something down in there. And that's some of that old typewriter paper. I love that. It's another one of those little envelopes that I decorated up a little. And that's some old first grade notebook paper. Let's see. And this is a page that we added, and it actually flips out. And then it's got a pocket right here that we can put something in. And I may just tuck this in there and then put a few more goodies inside there for her. So I don't think I'm going to put anything there or anything extra. This, I kind of thought about putting a little extension on, but I'm not real sure what type of extension I want to put there. Let's see if I've got any. I don't think this will work though. It's going to be too big. Okay, I don't know if any of these are going to work. It's going to work. That would probably, I don't think it would be too big. And then I've got this glossine one. I know that's going to be way too big. So we may save it to use it somewhere else. So I may just attach this to it. And then decorate it a little bit and let that be another little tuck. That'll work. So let's just do that. Let's see, which way do we want to put it? That way? Nope, I want to put it the other way. That way. Put some little ephemera in here for them. And I'm not going to try to put it center because that kind of defeats the purpose of me trying to get it to look real like. So I'm just going to put it off center. And then I'll have other pieces that they can put down through here if they want. There'll be lots of extra pieces with their journals, so they can do whatever they want with it. And that's going to stick out just a tiny bit, and that's good. That'll be like a little tab, and then I'll decorate that up when all of that glue dries. And then I wanted to do something here too, because these are just some little pieces that I had. You know, I have the big piece in the back, and I just had the little fold over piece here. So let's see what we've got. I don't know if I want to put a blank one. Let me grab another one right here. This is a cute one, and I think that would go okay with that, maybe. And then we could tuck some extra things down in there too. And someone sent me these, so I don't know where they come from. I'd love to have a lot more, but I think she might have stamped them. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think Miss Katie sent me these a long time ago. And I've got maybe 2 left. There we go. So that's a cute little flap there. Make sure we get this glued down well. And you could always put some little notes and things on that. And then this piece, I think I'll leave it because there's lots of writing room there. I don't think I'll do anything with it except maybe just put a little tiny flower on it. We don't really have any red in this though, Edith. Let me look. I had some little blue flowers here on my desk. I don't know what happened to them. Let's look in here. I've got my big container up there I can get out, but I wanted to see if I just had one little, there we go. There. Cool. And you could put a piece of washi down through here. Let's see. We'll try a piece, see what it looks like. Or just a couple of little torn pieces, just to make it look like that's what's holding that on, which we know it's not, but there we go. And let's see. Okay, we've got that tag in there. I need to put some lace or something in it. I know it was cool enough last night. I felt like I wanted chili. That's pretty cool. Because I don't eat chili until it gets cold. But I felt like I wanted chili. It was so cold. And I thought, it's chilly weather. But I didn't make any because I didn't have the stuff to make it with. Alright, so we got that. That's a good writing page. And then that's a good writing page. And then we've got this. I'm going to decorate that up a little bit. I don't know exactly what I'll put on it. That's just a little gold flower. I may just tear a little piece of paper and put on that. I'm going to grab one of these. Put down here. That's our book weight, if you're wondering what that is. It's solid acrylic. And it's about 1/4 inch thick. So it's a nice acrylic. Benji makes those with his Glowforge. Now I think I might want to tear a piece. And of course he had to make the ends butterflies because, as you can see, the butterflies, because he knows I love butterflies. Alright, I'm going to trim that off right there. And this, we could do a little collage here. We could do lots of different things on this. Don't know exactly what I'll do, but we'll come up with something. So I hope everybody found where I'm saving the newsletters now. I know a lot of people say they still are not getting our newsletters. I don't have any clue why. We have reset everything up. We've gone with a new provider. We've done just about everything that we know to do. So my IT guy from our internet provider, he said that it has to be on the other end, not our end, but the other end. So his suggestion was for you to go to your, where you can put in accepted emails. There's a place in your email where you can put in accepted emails. Go to that, add our emails to your accepted email list. And if that still doesn't work, then we have no clue, because we've done just about everything that we know to do. But they're going out because they're not coming back to me. If they were coming back to me, then we could say that it's on our end, but they're not coming back to me. So they're going out there. It's just, I don't know why they're not coming. I know one lady said that she finally found them by going into something on her computer. I don't know what she said, but she said, I found every one of them that you've been sending. I just had to go into, and I don't remember what she told me, but it was some part of her system. So there's a lot of systems out there that will block emails now because they think that everything is spam. And especially, like I've said before, if you have not opened a few of our emails, if you have just put them to trash and not opened them, then a lot of times your email provider will think that, okay, they don't want those, so we're just going to send all of them to junk. So then they'll just start sending them to junk, and after a while, if you don't go and reopen them, they'll just quit letting them come through altogether. I know mine does that. So, that's just some things that you can check on your end. Like I said, they're not coming back to us, so I know they're going out there. But anyway, if you can't get them through email, all you have to do, I'm going to have every one of them over on our blog. All you have to do is go over there, and at the top, there'll be a little button that says newsletter. You click on that, and then you can see the dates of all the newsletters, and then you just click on whatever date you want to look at, and it will pull it up, and you can view the whole thing just as if it was already in your mailbox. So that's just another way that you can do it. That's the only way that I knew that we could get it to everybody and let everybody have access to it, because we've tried, deleting emails, re-adding them, the whole 9 yards, and it just doesn't seem to work. Some people they're just not going to get them regardless. See, there's the other part of that little page, and that's some handmade paper. So I'm going to leave that because that's plenty big enough to write on. If they want to put something there, they can. But I think I am going to put something here. So I was going to tell you that, and there was something else I was going to tell you. My mind went blank. Does anybody know? Does anybody see in my brain and know what else I was going to tell you? Because I sure don't. If I don't write it down, it's gone. Oh, and I will be drawing for the August winners here in the next few days. I just got to get them all together. But and if you're wondering what drawing for winners is all about, all you have to do is in the month of like August, and it will go through this month too, place an order, and this is going to include the Etsy store. So if you place an order either in our .com store or in our Etsy store that is over $35 before shipping, now the shipping does not count toward the $35 before shipping, then you will be entered in a giveaway that we give away $50 gift card to the store every month. And we've given away May, June, July, this will be the 4th one that we've given away. We started in May, I think. So if you want a chance to win, that's all you have to do. Because all I do at the end of the month is when the next month starts, I just take all of those invoices and I draw from them. And you do need to be a subscriber to our YouTube. So all you need to do is hit the subscribe button on here. Also, if you are not getting notifications when we put up a new a new video, not email, a new video, make sure that you click that little bell, because when you click that bell, it just lets YouTube know that you would like to be notified when we put up a new video. And so then YouTube will notify you when we put up a new video. They'll just send you a little notification that says, "Ooh, Scrapbooking with me just put up a new video." That's it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to even watch it if you don't want to, but that's what will happen there. Because I know some people said, "I don't ever know when you're putting up videos now." Because yes, I have gotten off my schedule simply because I've had some health issues and I just had to take some time off and take care of myself a little bit. So I haven't been able to do them 2 or 3 times, 4 times a week like I used to. So now I have to do them when I feel like doing them. So that would just help you if you want to keep up with when we're putting up new videos. That'll help you that way. And it doesn't, like I said, you don't have to, you're not signing up for nothing. You're not going to start getting tons of emails from YouTube and all that. It's not going to do anything except notify you when we put up new videos. That's all. I know a lot of people hate to hit that subscribe button on anything because they say, "I don't want my mailbox flooded with stuff." Well, you're not going to be flooded with stuff. YouTube doesn't send out a bunch of stuff like that, believe me. Half the time they don't even send out when we do put up videos, but I'll go into here. So that's just an extra added way that you can do that. Get notified. And it helps us out a little bit too. It just helps YouTube know that you'd like to watch our videos. And we appreciate it. That's just like commenting or hitting the like button. That helps us out tremendously on YouTube. It keeps us in YouTube favor. And, you know, that doesn't cost you anything. Just to hit a little button. I'm going to put this on here. I don't know how it's going to look, but we're going to see. I think it goes this way. I like green and gold together, so we'll see. See if we can smash it down a little bit more. That looks okay. And then I have just a little label. I think I'll go with this one. Maybe. That looks a little bit purpley to me. Sometimes some of these labels, when you print them out, they look a little deeper than a deeper color than they really are. Let's do that one. Saturday Matinee, 5 cents. I can't remember when it was 5 cents. I can remember when I got into the movie theater, my niece and I would get in for 7 RC tops. Because we would go around and try to find RC bottles and take the tops off of them so that we could get into the movies for free. I won't ever forget that. This page I did put upside down, but it starts 1 here and goes to 26 or 25. But I didn't want to tear it out and I didn't want to try to turn it around. So the person that gets it can either just cover that up or write on it like it is. And then we'll put another something here. I think I might just put a little piece of lace in this one. There's one of those gnats again. Those things bugging me too. Let's see. Here's a piece of lace. I guess it's that time of year for all the little insects to come out. As long as the big insects don't come out, I'll be alright. Well, I cut that kind of too long. Just trim it off, and I'll use those little pieces in some clusters. That will work. And we'll probably put something there later on. Let's see. I've got a pocket here. I love that little tag that we've got in there. I don't think I'm going to do anything to that, except I might put a little label down here later. Now, I've also got a pocket on the back of that. I normally don't do that. I normally don't put a pocket here and then a pocket back here. But for some reason, I think I had forgotten that I put a pocket here and I put one here. That was, I think I put that on a minute ago. No, I didn't. I put that on the other day. But anyway, we've done it now. It's over and done with, so I'm not going to stress over it. But I think on this one, since I've already got a lot of stuff under there, I think I'm just going to cut a little tab and put on that one. Because it's got a lot of thickness under there anyway. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, I think that'll look coat. I don't know if you guys seen Brooklyn's pictures with her and Peaches, her horse. She had some really pretty pictures made, and her mom put them on Facebook. I'll try to share them over on my Facebook, because I know a lot of you may not be friends with Alicia, can't see them, but they were really, really good. I was very proud of her. She did a really good picture. She did her hair and everything. She brushed Peaches down and dressed her up. I think I'm going to put this here, and then I'll put something, a flower or something on the front, and it can be another little pocket. But yeah, she did really good. And I know I've had a lot of people asking about her and Peaches, so thought I would let you guys know that she's tickled to death. She's riding her around all over the place, and Peaches was a little bit more, well, she's younger than her old horse was. She's quite a bit younger. So she's a little bit more feisty than her other one. And for a while there, Brooklyn just couldn't get used to it. She was not used to that, you know, the extra feistiness. So they have now gotten used to each other. Peaches is calmed down some, and then Brooklyn's got used to her, and so they're big friends now. Brooklyn, one of the pictures, it even has Brooklyn kissing her on the nose. So I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, now this normally does hold down really well, but you can see I've got a lot going on right here. So it's kind of thick there. So I'm just going to put that on it for now. I think I want to put just one last pocket right here. And then that's going to be all the pockets I'm going to put in here, because if I put any more, this is going to explode. Let's see. Surely I've got another piece of something I can put there. Could just do a little side tuck out of this scrap. I don't think we have a side tuck back here in the back. And I'll put it over this way and just clip it. This is a different flower from that one, so it won't matter. So you can look at my Facebook after a while. Hopefully I'll remember to do that, and I'll share those pictures over there. I didn't share them. They've been done for a little while, and I didn't share them or anything because I didn't really know if Alicia's pretty particular about the girls and putting their pictures on Facebook. She doesn't do it a lot, and that's fine with me. I don't have a problem with it. I'd rather her keep them kind of private. So I didn't share them until she did, because I don't want to overstep. And, you know, Alicia's not quite as bad as Benji is. He's real bad about, well, I say bad. He's not bad at all. He's real good about protecting his girls. He don't like for them to have their face out on different things. And that's like when Brooklyn started her little YouTube channel. He said, I don't mind you starting it, I don't mind you doing it, but you're not putting your face on there. You can put your hands on there, you know, you can do all of that, but not your face. And so she agreed, and that's what she does. And I agree wholeheartedly. I don't have a problem with that at all. Okay, we'll put something down in there. I don't know what right now. Probably have to make a tag. And then we got that in the back. So, this little jewel is coming along. Look at that. Now, what I'm going to do for the front, and like I said, I was going to go ahead and do a little bit of the lace on here just so you guys can kind of get an idea of how I finish these off. I put lace on the front, but I also put a little bit of lace through the journal. Like on here, I wouldn't put lace because I've got this big thing on the back, but on this one, I would put a little piece of lace just to give it a little bit extra something. And I put a lot of glue right there, didn't I? I do have a towel somewhere. There it is. And I usually just put mine down on here and then clip it off. I don't like to go through and measure all of them, so I just put it on there and cut the extra off. And that just gives you a little extra on that edge there. And I don't do it on every one. Like on this one I would, because this one's shorter than the others. So I would put some little something here. I would either put a tab, a ruffle, some lace, something. So I think on this one we shall put a piece of this lace. There we go. Whoops. Get back up there. Can't even get my scissors in the right place for some reason. So then that makes it come out even with the other pages. But like I said, I don't do every one. Somebody asked me one time, how do you know where to put the lace? Well, I don't really know where to put it. I just guess at it. I just put it where I think it looks the best. And a lot of times I'll choose different colors. I don't think on this one I will choose different colors, but sometimes I do. It just depends. I think I might put that one there. Now I'm going to cut that one off, and you watch. I'll probably have cut it either too long or too short because I don't want to measure. And you would think as much as I do this, I would have a little template. Yeah, see, I cut it a little short, but that's okay. And I could make me a template for this, but I just don't. That'll work right there. It doesn't have to be the same length. Nothing has to be perfect. Just as good as you can get it. And a lot of people don't put lace on the edge of some of their pages. I just got in a habit of doing it a long time ago when I first started making journals. And I do it still. Now, some people will ask me not to do it, and I don't do it on theirs, of course. But if you don't ask me to, leave it off. I will put it on there. And see, I'm going to skip all that because that's got a lot going on in there. You don't want to put it on a page that's got a lot of different things going on. And this is what I like to let dry, because if you don't let this glue dry, then your pages start sticking together. So I usually lay my journal out over on another table, and I let it dry completely before I pack it up. Not saying that it still won't stick, because if it gets real hot on the way to you, then sometimes it will still stick, but a little bit better chance of it not if I have no idea what I was saying. I stopped right in the middle of my sentence, didn't I? I get to concentrating on this, I forget what I'm saying. And this is Fabri-Tac that I'm using. It seems to glue it down a lot faster. So I try to use it as much as I can. If I don't have it on my desk, then I'll use part glitter glue. It'll stick it down too. I only drug out 3 or 4 kinds this time. Sometimes I drug out more, but I knew I didn't want to put a ton on this one because of it being a tall journal. and it already being nice and plump. Okay, I think that might do it. Let's see what that looks like. And this is kind of how I tell. I just hold it up and look at it. And yeah, that looks good to me. Lace, lace, lace. Okay, now we'll go to the outside. And I usually lay it like this. I just kind of open it up, lay it like this. And I think I'm going to use this lace on this one, on the outside. And I mainly put it on here to cover this up, but also to give it a little bit of extra decoration. And I try to pull more toward the front than the back. I don't put it on even because I want it to show on the front more than I do on the back. And then I put my glue down through here. And then I lay it down like that. Trim it off. And then I fold it up so that I can see where I've got my trim. Kind of make sure that it's going on a little bit straight and not crooked. Alright, we need a little bit more here. And you could probably leave it laying flat, but I have found if I do that, then when I do start to fold it up, it pulls loose. So I just try to put it on there with it flat, and then I finish everything off like this. That's cute. I like that. Trim this off just a tiny bit. This is the hardest lace to cut, and I don't know why. I don't have any beads or anything on it. That's cute. Now, sometimes I'll put a pocket or something out here, but on these tall journals, I don't think I will on this one. But I'll include some extra goodies where they can do that if they want to. But other than just making some tags, this little journal is finished. But see what I'm talking about? They'll stick together if you don't let them dry. So I usually put it over there and make sure that all of my pages are kind of pulled apart. And I lay it out like this so that that glue will dry real well. But that is it. And then I put my little tag right back here, wherever my tag is. I do have one here somewhere. And I just have a little stamp that a friend of mine sent a long time ago. Well, I say long, it's probably been 2 or 3 years. And it just has handcrafted by Edith. And I don't ever get these trimmed exactly straight. I just trim them best I can. Then I just cut the little corners off of it. And I put a little ink on there. And then I use my same Fabri-Tac. And I put a little bit extra on it because I can always wipe the excess off, but I want that to stick. And I put my little name plate right there. Alright, that is basically it, how I finish up a journal. I love this fringed edges on this, so I will definitely leave that. But put a few more tags in here and put some, I'll probably put some seam binding around this. I think I have some that's purple and lavender and that kind. Put some seam binding around it and put some goodies with it, and it is ready to go. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial because that's basically what it was, a tutorial. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, click the little like button, and click that little bell so that you'll be notified when we put up new videos. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.